The next phase of the acquisition process is the solicitation award phase. Now that the user, the customer, the program manager has put together the requirements package, they're going to send this to the contracting officer, the buyer, the person that has the authority to obligate the government. Now we're sending out a solicitation. Now I use the term solicitation because it applies to request for proposal, invitation for bid, request for quotes, request for information, all types of vehicles that we use when we are contracting out. So we send this solicitation to the general public. The contractor receives this solicitation and they send their proposal in on how they're going to satisfy this requirement. The proposal could be in the form of a quote, a bid, or a formal proposal on how they're going to perform the function. The contractor's proposal then is evaluated by the government. We evaluate each one of the contractor's proposals to determine which best meets our requirements. In formal contracting procedures, we would use formal source selection process. The source selection authority is the person that's given one-time authority to award this contract, determine which contractor is best going to meet our requirements and make that award to them. The Source Selection Advisory Council, if the Source Selection Authority determines that they want to have individuals help them in the determination of which contractor to award to, they can select an advisory council for that purpose. They would also have a source selection evaluation board made up of technical individuals that would evaluate each one of the contractor's proposals against the evaluation factors that we've identified in the solicitation. In this case, I have people, equipment, facilities, management, past performance, and cost that we're using as our evaluation factors. The contractor's proposal, and in this case I have 5 contractors that have proposed against this requirement. Each one of those contractors are evaluated in the areas that I identified, being people, equipment, in this case facilities, and management. And I put the same percentages on these so that we could keep constants here. And as a subtotal, they have, this is the grade that that contractor has received. I mentioned that I didn't give past performance actually a weight because we normally would put past performance on the right-hand side of the subtotal. Now, what does that do to the value of past performance? It increases that value because now it is equal in weight to the other evaluation factors. And so past performance becomes an extremely important factor in the overall evaluation of who we're going to make the award to. We've evaluated the contractor's proposals, and now we're going to hold discussions to assure that they understand what our requirements are, that we understand their proposal, and there aren't ambiguities, as I mentioned before. We want to make sure that everybody understands. We have a meeting of the minds, and we make our award.